People with disabilities deserve respect, as do the royal guards who uphold long-standing traditions with dignity. But in this surprising clip, we see a man in a wheelchair who's visibly intoxicated take his behavior too far. At first, he approaches a mounted royal guard, getting far too close and beginning to hurl insults. The guard, maintaining his composure, simply maneuvers his horse to put some distance between them, a calm effort to keep the situation under control. But the man isn't finished. A short while later, he wheels himself back toward the guard, spewing more harsh words, seemingly trying to provoke a response. Another guard nearby notices and steps forward, speaking with the mounted guard, who recounts what the man has been saying. Deciding to intervene, the second guard reaches out to the nearby police. When the officers arrive, they approach the man and begin questioning him, asking why he's being verbally abusive toward the guard. As they speak with him, it becomes clear that he's heavily intoxicated, barely able to communicate or control his actions. Recognizing the situation, the police firmly but politely tell him it's time to leave. And then, a twist that takes everyone by surprise. In response, the man simply stands up from his wheelchair, steady and fully capable of walking. He gathers his belongings, slips on his headphones, and casually walks away, pushing the wheelchair beside him as though nothing unusual had happened. This incident is a reminder of the challenges royal guards face daily, and the importance of respecting those who stand watch, often silently enduring whatever comes their way. In this next clip, another individual, visibly intoxicated, attempts to feed a marshmallow to a royal guard's horse, unaware, or perhaps indifferent, to the rules in place. The police officers standing nearby quickly step in, telling him not to feed the horse. Rather than complying, the man begins to argue, raising his voice and demanding to know why he's being stopped. As the situation escalates, he even goes as far as to falsely claim that a boss supposedly gave him permission to feed the horse. However, the bottle in his hand hints at the real reason behind his behavior. Ignoring the officer's instructions, he begins insisting that marshmallows are safe, even arguing that since people eat them, they must be safe for horses too. But the police remain firm, once again instructing him to leave. Reluctantly, he takes a few steps back, only to turn around moments later, yelling to the public that marshmallows are safe. The officer, unfazed, repeats that he must leave the area. At last, the man finally walks away, leaving behind a reminder of the unusual challenges the police and guards face when managing interactions with the public. In the next clip, we witness yet another bizarre display, as a man begins dancing directly in front of a royal guard's horse. From his unsteady movements, it's clear he's intoxicated, and his antics quickly escalate. He then approaches the nearby police officers, removes his jacket, and starts punching the air as if he's a professional fighter, mimicking moves fit for a UFC match. The officers stand by calmly observing his theatrics, letting him tire himself out. And after putting on quite a performance, the man simply walks away, casually leaving the scene as though nothing unusual had happened. This, again, is a testament to the unusual and sometimes absurd encounters these guards and officers handle with patience every day. In this next clip, we see yet another instance of someone testing the patience of the royal guards. a man stands directly in front of a guard's horse, waving his hands and making gestures that seem to make the horse visibly uncomfortable. He steps back briefly, but then returns, continuing to make signals at the horse in a clear attempt to get a reaction. But his antics don't stop there. The man then enters the palace grounds, turning his attention to a royal guard stationed inside. In an odd twist, he pulls out a deck of cards, attempting to perform a magic trick for the guard, who remains stoic and focused on his duty, ignoring the man's gestures. Frustrated by the lack of response, he moves on to another guard stationed nearby, repeating his disrespectful behavior. The police officers standing close by finally step in, instructing him to leave. The man, still trying to defend his actions, claims he was just showing magic tricks. Realizing the officer is clearly unimpressed, he finally walks away, perhaps sensing that his behavior had gone too far. The Royal Guards are known for their strict adherence to duty, and no one should stand in their way.
Get back from the Queen's Guard!
In this next clip, however, we see a woman standing directly in the path of a marching guard. As the guard approaches, she refuses to step aside, even attempting to push him and throw Pringles in his direction. A blatant sign of disrespect. Nearby police officers immediately intervene, calmly explaining that such behavior toward the Royal Guard is inappropriate. Rather than taking heed, the woman begins arguing with the officers, claiming that the guard pushed her too hard and insisting she was hurt. She turns to the crowd, protesting that she's been wronged, and accuses the guard of using excessive force.
No, it's all right. It's all right now, because I didn't know, you see, but you didn't stand in front of an. It's all right for him to attack you, just attack you violently.
Despite her objections, the officers step in again, politely telling her it's time to leave. Frustrated, she argues that the guard's reaction was unnecessary before finally walking away.
No worries, I'm off. I'm off. I know I've got to.
As a result, new measures have been put in place. A do not touch sign and boundary lines around the guard's horse to ensure the animal isn't disturbed. Yet, some still test these limits. In another clip, we see a man lying down near the boundary line, attempting to take a selfie with the horse. Even with added precautions, some can't resist pushing boundaries, leading to these moments of disregard for both safety and respect. Most of the time, Royal Guards break their character when they encounter disrespectful people.
Get back from the Queen's Guard! Stand back!
Listen, he's doing his job. Don't be an idiot.
You can't do nothing.
These moments can be tense and often reveal the immense discipline required to maintain their composure. But at the end of the day, they are also human, and sometimes it's the heartwarming moments that break their character. Just like in this clip, a mother and her young daughter is waiting patiently for the ceremonial parade to finish. Their purpose is to catch a glimpse of the little girl's brother, who is now a proud Royal Guard. If you've seen the full documentary, you'll know this is no ordinary story. Stephen Cooper, the young lad seen here, once struggled with the law. Known for being violent and often in trouble with the police, his future seemed bleak. His mother and sister were constantly worried about him, but Stephen made a life-changing decision to join the British Army as a guardsman. This choice not only gave him discipline, but also purpose. Today, his family stands proud. They are here to take a picture with him.
Okay,
It's awful.
Hannah,
I'm crying. I should be happy for him.
However, being on duty, Stephen must maintain his composure, holding his emotions firmly in check. In this next clip, we see a guardsman on horseback. He notices his family has come to meet him. But as he is on duty, he does not break character. His family takes pictures and respects his position, not forcing him to give any attention. They then move inside to take more pictures. However, the guard finds himself unable to control his emotions and approaches his boss. The boss understands the situation and instructs another royal guard on duty to escort the family inside so they can meet their son after his duty is over. In the next clip we see a royal guard trying hard not to smile as he sees his dad and girlfriend visit him on duty. But as we all know, you can never control your laughter when your dad tells a joke. So he gives in and lets out a smile as his dad passes a comment. Here, in another heartwarming moment, we see a guard smile as his mom and grandma visit him on duty.
Wow. Wow.
The Royal King's horses are also very well trained and incredibly smart animals. As we can see in these clips, the King's Guard's horse shows such adorable gestures towards these special people. It seems as though these horses can sense the pure vibes of these individuals, responding to them with an almost instinctual kindness and understanding. Most of the royal guards are very handsome and smart, and often they catch the attention of many. Just like in this clip, we see a young girl staring at a royal guard on horseback, contemplating whether she should approach him or not. This scene almost feels like a modern fairy tale. After a brief moment of hesitation, she decides to go for it. They start talking, and the guard seems just as positive about the encounter. In the end, she musters the courage to ask for his contact number. We all have that one buddy who makes us laugh at the wrong moments. In the next clip, we see these royal guards about to be inspected for their uniform checks. But these two royal buddies are trying so hard not to laugh as their boss starts inspecting them. Similarly, in the next clip, we see these two friends coming out of the palace for a parade. They must have had a funny conversation just before stepping out because both are struggling to keep straight faces. While they're not supposed to break composure, it's a reminder that at the end of the day, they're human too. They endure a lot, especially dealing with disrespectful tourists, so moments like these are both relatable and refreshing to see. In the next clip, we see a group of people dressed as guardsmen attempting to make a royal guard on horseback laugh.
They did get him laughing. Kruger's actually laughing, bless.
they try various antics, but the funniest part of this clip is undoubtedly the man dressed as the Queen.
Oh, look at this handsome fellow in the front. Wow.
I hope you enjoyed all these royal moments. If you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.